I remember I got on a school bus one day, and the man didn't even take us to school. He just drove us around, and
fuck off.
Swear to God, and then just drove us back home eventually.
What's wrong with him?
He didn't say anything either.
Probably drunk.
And when at a certain point, you don't ask.
Yin Yang Monkey.
Wait, go
And
back
not
to
black slaves either. White slaves,
Yes.
White,
pygmies, everybody.
whatever,
White
man.
slavery.
Hashtag no racist. But you're so lonely.
Wait,
Why,
yeah.
man?
Yeah, it's been lonesome, man. Well, I'm trying to stay off of masturbation, you know?
It's tough.
What do you think about when you masturbate?
I think about, honestly, now at this point, I think a little bit about some kind of sexual ideas, you know? But then I think about how bad I'm going to feel after I'm done masturbating.
Really? Why do you feel
I'm
bad?
basically masturbating to light shame.
To light shame.
Are you
man.
are you a porno guy? You watch like Red Tube or whatever the fuck these days?
I've been out there, man. I've been it's nasty out there.
It is nasty.
It's
isn't it?
nasty, dude. I was just talking about this on my podcast. It's nasty. Some of these videos and people doing all these butt activities and everything. And
Butt activities. You know what the thing is?
They
though?
are.
Like you just got to. It's constantly escalating. Like
Yeah.
everyone's trying to one up each other in the porn industry.
I don't want to be in it
They
anymore.
are, aren't they?
It's just too
They
much.
sure are.
I don't need 7 guys.
No.
Yeah.
What happened to just one-on-one?
It's
Why
unbelievable.
does there have to be a gangbang every time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so
It's
rough.
like whack-a-mole, too. If you see some of those gangbangs,
Oh, my
dude, that
God.
shit gets to... It's like urban whack-a-mole on
really
some of them. And Andrew Santino has the best joke. He talks about how a lot of black gentlemen always have their sneakers on during pornography.
And socks.
That's aggressive,
I
dude.
never thought of that
Why
shit.
do they? For grip? You really rail at home?
Grip and probably
Bro.
athlete's foot is rampant.
And also...
I don't know who the fuck been on this carpet or this
It goes
floor.
back to indoor-outdoor. Like, those are kind of outdoor shoes.
Yeah.
And they have them on indoors.
Full Circle with Theo Vaughn. I hope you
it's
call
just-
your podcast Full Circle.
No, dude. I've never gone full circle in my life, bro.
What's the podcast name?
This past weekend, it was fun, man. We had so much fun in the city, man. We went to a baseball game. And what else did we do? I remember we were walking around just hanging out, you know, drinking, you know, Havana Club, you know, or whatever, you know, people.
What year was this?
This is 2002. So just walking around and so there's some people hanging out in an alley that are kind of dancing and partying a little bit. So we go over there and we think it's like a family. It's like a birthday cake and stuff. So we're singing, you know, cumpleaños. Everybody's having a nice time. We think, oh, we're in a different country. We're celebrating some guy's birthday. Then one of the dudes at the birthday starts eating this lady out. Fucking just, and we're like, this ain't, and we're like, oh, these are escorts. Like we didn't know. We thought it was like a family. And next thing, we're all dancing with these fucking ladies and shit. We think it's like a grandmother and like a fucking birthday party. Next thing you know, one of the guys goes down by the lady's waist a little low and fucking just starts eating her pussy right there. And we're like, what the fuck, bro?
Welcome to Cuba.
Yeah, this shit is fucking awesome.
I was talking to somebody last week. I went to a party and there was boats, and next thing you know, there was a girl fucking a guy in the boat. I didn't know what to do. Get in there.
Yeah,
Jump in or fucking call 911. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Get
Don't
in
just
there.
stand there.
Don't just stand there. You're going to stand and let somebody get that dick sucked. At least go and put a finger in their ass.
Yeah, dude.
Work it.
At least cheer for him, you know? My buddy. We got some calls and stuff that came in. Joe, you mind if we jump to a couple of them? Yeah, I've thought about it some. I mean, I've dated a little bit here and there within the industry, but yeah, well, I'll tell you this. I mean, so yesterday I go to these adult meetings sometimes for adults. And
What do you mean?
just like adult meetings where people get together, spend time together.
Like AA?
I don't know if it's AA really, but it's
You work for
probably
the CIA, bro?
in that vein. No.
He's always very like with dating, these adult meetings.
He's like an international
You talking
assassin.
about AA? You got an alcohol problem? What are we talking about here?
I mean, I don't drink, so I'll say that. I
So
don't drink.
vague. All right, but go on.
Okay.
But anyway, so I met
Super
this
sexual.
girl, right? I met this sweet gal that I've seen her for a couple weeks. Really been longing for, probably in my brain, right? So I get her name. I get her number yesterday, right? Well, then some straight up skis. Some girl just throwing that butt around on Snapchat, right? Send me this, says, I don't have your number, right? So I give her my number on Snapchat. I'm alone at home in the evening. I'm lonesome. I give this girl my number. You don't have any food in there. I have a little bit of London broiled meat.
Okay.
And
Just meat.
and just meat. And when you're eating just meat, your brain gets real limbic. You know, you drop into primal time.
You know,
Real
man.
limbic, man.
Just that London broil too. That ain't the fancy stuff.
Yeah, it's
a
not real.
tough-
It's a tougher end of the
It's
meat.
a scrapple. It's a scrapple.
It's the hip, I think. It's the hip of meat. But what happened was, so then the Snapchat girl texts. When I got the girl's number that I really think like
might have been the one.
Oh yeah, I got her number and I just put my name in and I texted her my name right in front of her, right that way. Boom.
Nothing creepy about that.
Nothing creepy.
Gentleman.
Natural, normal. I was a gentleman in the conversation.
Southern gentleman.
Everything was good. I'll see you later, young Shah. And then though later, so the Snapchat girl texts me. I thought she texted me. It wasn't. It was the girl that I liked. A few hours later, wrote, "I'm going to put you inside." Here, I'll read.
God damn it!
This is the thirsty Snapchat girl.
No, this ain't. This is the girl he likes.
But the thirsty Snapchat girl texted me. Thought it was the one that he likes.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this is the girl who I liked texting me back.
Okay.
I thought the thirsty Snapchat girl was texting me.
Fuck, this is already bad.
She wrote, "Cool, you are going in my Rolodex," right? That's what she wrote. So I thought it's a Snapchat girl. She'd asked me for my number. I said, "I want to go in more than that." Creeping.
Damn it!
Turning it.
Damn it!
And I'll tell you what it is, man. I'm alone by myself at night, and I'm just
rock hard.
God damn it! That's
no, not rock hard. Soft and just agitated,
lonely.
Lonesome.
So wait, so now that worst thing you can do.
And I had London Broil. I did have a yogurt too, but I was saving that for later. That was going to be like my nighttime adventure.
That's gonna be your nighttime cat.
My nighttime adventure, he said.
So what happened? What'd she respond?
So
Nothing.
she wrote, "Do tell, go on."
Oh.
So now I think it's definitely, now I have
Now
no
it's on.
Now in my head, no, I have no doubt it's a Snapchat girl. I
For
still
sure.
think it's a Snapchat girl.
Yeah.
I have not brought to the realization that this is the girl that I.
Although she's into it, she's game.
Maybe.
That's a game response.
Maybe.
Do tell, go
When you
on.
say go, I want to be in more than that. Maybe she's thinking, oh,
Yeah.
you want to take me a nice dinner, maybe a steak and maybe a kiss, not a dick suck.
Yeah, or maybe I want to peel that rump apart.
Nope. Too
right, I
much.
don't
Too
know.
much. Too much.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
I want to. So anyway, as I'm picking a little bit of London Broil out of my mouth, dude, and feeling probably with meat in your mouth, you feel more carnivorous and also more,
Tribal.
I got this. Yeah, tribal.
Tribal. I
Yeah,
like
tribal, dude. How to patch a meat in your mouth?
Primal.
Primal.
Probably primal.
There you go.
Primal.
She goes, "Do tell, go on." I said, "Inside of your body," right? Because I want to go in more than that.
I feel like you're better than that, but carry on.
Oh, I do too.
You could have been a little more descriptive there.
Bro, this isn't me doing this. This is the dark arts that are inside of me coming out. And that doesn't mean a black man at a theater. That means the other side of it, where your
voodoo
emotions.
side.
Yeah, just me feeling lonesome and being.
You and Arsema might be dating pretty soon because I'm liking this whole connection.
Arsema? That's
Yeah,
you?
she's Ethiopian princess.
Ethiopian, yeah. Addis Ababa. I stopped at Addis Ababa one time.
Really?
Yeah, met some nice people there. Had some good flatbread. Let me finish this up real quick.
Please.
So then I said, "I want to go in more than that." So she goes, "Do tell, go on." I said, "Inside of your body, then wherever you want me." That's what I creep in with at this line, right? She goes, "Wow, that's how you roll, huh? Wasting no time." So at this point, I'm like, why would the Snapchat girl say that? She's just showing me like pictures of her butt and like pictures of
awfully
like her
down.
dirty bedroom.
Yeah,
Right.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just realized who this was. I don't even know what to say. And that's when we had a conversation about it.
Well, that's cool.
Did you explain the situation?
I tried, but here's the explanation.
You kind of
is,
fucked yourself. Here's the thing. I mixed this
sluts.
up. I thought you were this raging whore who was going to come over, share this London broil, and I was going to fuck you.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it turns out you're actually really nice, and this is the real me.
Yeah, I like you, and
But here, I'm going to put on an act,
God.
and I would have taken you out to dinner and kind of bought you drinks, and who knows what could have led to.
I don't know what.
So is that over?
You check any Native American's car, you always find gin and femurs or something. They keep the dead with them a lot of times. I unfortunately almost knocked this young lady up that was from South Dakota. And she lived on a reservation, yeah.
Oh.
And she like threatened to have the baby.
Oh, damn. How old were you?
37 this year. It was this year. And she wouldn't even be cool. She threatened to have the baby, dude. And I just met her at a motel. And she threatened to have a baby, man. And so that's...
Where, how'd you meet?
I met her on Snapchat.
You did?
Yeah, and then I met her in person in a motel only hours later.
Wow.
And
It went down like that, huh?
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And it was definitely. So I don't recommend that kind of stuff. I don't recommend making love to people off of Snapchat.
This South Dakota?
Dude, this was in a different city. She was out of their whatever.
How'd you talk her out of it? How'd you talk her out of it?
She came out. She just said immediately, she's like, if I have this baby, I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I'm having it. What? And I was like, Jesus Christ.
What did that make? Were you like, did you have a panic attack, man?
Well, part of I had a ton of things. I had, let me think about what I had.
Now with your mom being so tough, was it like was it tough to feel like affection from her? Because sometimes like my mom's a hard worker, right? My mom delivered, she's a delivery woman. She delivered newspapers when I was a kid. She delivers magazines now. She's always had a fucking van. Now she's got her husband. He has Alzheimer's. She don't even know he's in the van. He's with her every day, just fucking bouncing around in the fucking passenger seat. She had to get a fucking second seatbelt installed for him because he fucking would kind of slip. He's getting little. He would slip out of the fucking first one. And now she's got him just basically in a fucking straitjacket, just bouncing around. He has no clue where he is. Just delivering fucking news on wheels every day, So I think he's about 90,
Your mom still does this?
Mom still does it, dude. And here's the worst part, bro. She got a good deal on this van, right? My mom likes a good deal, and she got a good deal on this van. It has none of the side or back windows, bro. So her fucking GPS is the Lord, bro. So she just fucking bouncing around. He's got him in the thing.
Yeah, I kind of realized how big of a deal it was. I mean, it was just kind of fun, and you got to compete. And I'd always been like, I think a bit afraid to play like football in high school because like if I got hurt, like we didn't have no money, so it was like if you got hurt, you were just gonna be that guy whose fucking shirt didn't fit right for the rest of his life. Like if you broke your fucking clavicle or whatever,
you'd be the awkward guy.
Yeah, you were just gonna be that dude.
You didn't grow up with Obamacare. You didn't have health insurance.
No. We just had we just had insight from the neighbors. That was our Obamacare. Yeah,
bro science
looks broken. Yeah, I'd tie it down.
I'd tie it down.
People tying their legs to their arm and shit. I remember they made one kid a fucking cast out of cement one time. They fucking put his leg into a
legit.
Yeah, and then they had to break it with a hammer at some point of some type of, and it broke his leg in 3 places when they broke
God damn it.
the fucking cement.
Because they
so you grew up with very little money.
Yeah, a little money, man. A lot of religion around, little money.
Is the show about him and his life back home? Mm-hmm. All those characters you do in your stand-up? Mm-hmm. That's the show.
Like that boy Gert.
Yeah. You going home, right? And you reuniting with all your fucked up friends and just dealing with just all those stories are just heaven, dude.
Dude, we had this kid in my neighborhood named Robert, and he was like, he thought he was twins that never got separated, right? And so, yeah, when he would talk, he would say something, and then under his breath, he would say it again.
You like that?
Oh, it never ended. Never ended. And it fucking
really?
scared the fuck out of everybody, bro. And he could not stop doing it.
He kept
doing it.
Like an echo.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you'd ask him why he did it, and he said there was twins inside of him, and one of them never got out.
That's so funny.
Like I cheated on comedy.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing because I would never do it before I went on stage. But it would be in my pocket, burning a hole in my pocket. And I would go right from the original room. People would be, hey, great set. Yeah, good, right. I would go right to the bathroom.
Me too.
And do 2 bumps. Then it'd be all okay.
Yeah.
If I had another spot, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I would do it. I would have that Coke. That Coke had to be in my pocket at 8 o'clock. I would fall apart at the seams.
Yeah.
And I would put it in my little drug pocket.
Yeah.
And it would stay there unbothered in a little baggy, waterproof in case the fucking rain came.
In case the floods came, in case something got biblical, you could still break out of fucking...
Yeah, I still, in case Louisiana all over again, I'm on a tire floating, waving at the airport. Fucking, I'm here, cocksuckers.
Dude, how great would that be? You're on the news, they're like showing you, and you're just down there doing coke, and they're fucking waving at the helicopters. Like, how many videos are there of the news during Katrina where there's just a bunch of brothers just blowing a fucking blunt and they fucking couldn't put it on?
And just yelling up, you can't stop me, bitches.
Yeah.
Who the fuck would even have a blunt? That was terrible, and it's going to happen again.
Yeah, because like, look at it. I'm still like, I feel like a kid.
But you're beautiful, man.
Yeah,
You're a good guy.
I appreciate it, man.
You seem like a really good guy, and I'm happy that you found a lady that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just remember seeing you guys laugh and just like being like goofy and just seemed like I was like, man, these 2 kids are. Hopefully, they don't have a child, because this child's going to be mentally handicapped. But I also remember
Because where I'm from, if you see two mentals hugging, you call the cops on them. And that was a rule when I was young, and that's true, dude. That's true. If you see two mentals hugging, you call the cops immediately, because once two mentals don't make a non-mental.
Right.
You know, rarely do they. And it's a risk, and it's high risk, low reward. That's what they call that in psychology. But yeah, man, you know what? I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man.
And well, hopefully next time we'll get to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah.
My tits are out. Yeah. You could feel the beads. I remember getting off the plane in Miami the next morning, and my pants were fucking wet. And the waitress, the stewardess, would just walk in the halls, look at me, and give me a water. She knew how fucked up I was.
Dude, my buddy and his brother used to get so fucked up on coke in Miami, then they go up to their hotel room, put on diapers, bro, because they kept shitting themselves, and just go back down to the fucking dance floor. Just partying with diapers full of shit, bro, just dancing. And they could dance, bro. I mean, these boys could fucking dance.
But who wants to dance with somebody who smells like shit?
But I think they
And you start moving, that shit starts shaking.
I mean, look, bro.
Bro, I used to get coked up with a dude.
That's what it's like to be, I think they were Latinos for
I
sure.
used to get coked up with a dude that used to put a string on his wrist. Mm-hmm. And the string would go to the doorknob. So if you tried to open the doorknob, his string... Bro, I used to get high with some crazy people.
Yeah.
Man. I used to get high with his brother, who was bald. Mm-hmm. And his brother would be talking to you, like we'd be doing coke. Like, yeah. And all of a sudden he'd go... You're like, what? And he'd go... And he'd smack himself because he kept thinking flies were landing on his head. He would smack himself 80 fucking times a night. Damn. And we would laugh at every fucking time. And after he'd smack himself, he'd go.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, he used to put balloons. He lived on the 34th floor. I had another friend, Kurt. He's dead now. Rest in peace. Good dude. He used to get so paranoid that he would put little parachutes on his cocaine. So if the cops came, he would throw it out the window. And the little parachutes would fly. I mean, that's the shit that was the 80s, you know? That's
God, the 80s was good, bro.
fucking craziness how that shit just took over.
You never shit your pants, man?
Let me think about what happened to me one time. Oh, I remember one time I got stuck in a tunnel. My car broke down in a tunnel in Pittsburgh, and I had to defecate extremely, and that's French actually for shit.
Yeah.
And I had to defecate. And so I got in my backseat of my car, and the only, like, I didn't have any choice. This was like, you know, it was like something had gotten into my body, like a pink eye had gotten into my stomach. Whoa. And all the shit in my body was coming out of my body.
You had pink eye
like,
in your stomach?
Yeah, it was like, hey, we need all this shit out of here.
I had gingivitis once in my stomach.
Did you really?
Yeah.
In your mouth?
And I got diarrhea from that too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how I got down there.
And I had to defecate into a frisbee. I had an upside down frisbee was all I had.
Really? Be real.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What?
And so I'm in this tunnel. There were cars whizzing by. Here's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Extremely hard to poop when cars are going by at 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, and furious too.
Yeah.
Furious. Like, and also white people. Like, it was Pittsburgh, so it's furious white people driving by. I can, if other people, some certain ethnicities, I can shit easier when they're driving by, honestly. You know, like if a couple of brothers are rolling by blasting some fucking good music, I can fucking blow ass all day into a frisbee, right?
Yeah.
No problem. I'm part of it. You know, everybody seems like it's more laid back.
Yeah.
But angry white dudes, you know, rolling by, you know, 6, 7,
Well, they
8
would probably
a.m.
call somebody too, huh?
Oh, they weren't calling anybody. I mean, the only free finger they had, they were waving it out the window at me. So they weren't using it to dial the phone.
So you shit on a frisbee?
I had a shit in the open. Now
not the top part, but the bottom part.
A frisbee is basically a cup. Basically, the sides.
Yeah.
A plate.
It's a plate.
A plate. Well, a plate is just a cup. That's
Wait.
way
No.
spaced out.
Wait,
Let me get
stop.
this straight. Hang on. Are you
A plate is
still
just a wide cup.
No.
Or you pulled over?
Oh, I pulled it. Yeah, I pulled over the car. I think honestly, I'd run
Why
out of
couldn't you
gas.
just shit on the ground? Why did you have to like
I was
put
in
a
a
plate
tunnel.
underneath?
Yeah, so it's dark. Shit on the
Yeah.
fucking guy. Go outside
What's-
shit.
In a tunnel,
Why would you have to plate your own
idiots.
shit?
Okay, you should be familiar with tunnels, dude.
Why?
Huh?
Because of Vietnam? Because you're gonna do that shit again right now, man?
What
Because-
shit, bro?
Why you think no, dude.
Whoa,
Right?
guy.
You're doing that Nam shit again, huh, bro?
What? Nam what?
You thought that I was digging tunnels in the Ho Chi Minh Trail and trying to attack you people?
No, I thought you
You
meant
think that was
Nam,
me?
the fruit juice, the pomegranate fruit juice that's always in there. What is that stuff called? Palm, yeah, no.
No, dude.
No, not Palm. No,
Bro, I don't believe in Vietnam. I don't believe in
It
a lot of
happened.
war. Huh?
Oh, it's
I'm not saying it
conspiracy?
didn't happen, dude.
Are you those?
They never found the boats, dude. You know?
Oh, right.
It's just
I
like
think it's a
slavery. They never
conspiracy
found the
too, yeah.
boats.
What do you mean tunnels, though, bro?
So anyway, I'm in a tunnel, and there's only 2 lanes going each way. There's nowhere to get out in a tunnel. Like in a tunnel, you know.
Right.
Cars are whizzing by.
Yeah,
And so I had to get in the back seat and defecate into this Frisbee.
Right.
And then wait for the cops to come.
Why
You called the
Why did the
cops?
cops come?
Had to call the cops. I had just shit in a Frisbee in my car, and I needed help. Chinese, bro. Dude, I was just in China. I saw a dude pick his nose and feed it to a fucking cat, bro. And the cat ate it, and it was like, but that's China, you know? China's like the thing, you're walking with your buddy, he dies, you fucking make a soup, a couple people eat, and you fucking cruise.
And nobody knows nothing.
And the guy's honored to die and be part
How
of the
long did you
soup.
stay in China?
1 week.
What'd you think?
I loved it, man. You know, but they're a forward moving place. Like you can't get citizenship there. Like nobody's coming into China. Like China's they're ready to take over the world, but not in like a fucked up way. Like I don't think it doesn't seem like the people are thinking about it in a military sense. They're just like, we are Chinese, we are proud, you know, we just keep moving forward. You need something built right there, we'll fucking build it. We'll build it 100 stories high, you know, it doesn't matter. Like we'll die 9 times, we'll be reincarnated, whatever we got to do to just keep it
You
moving.
did comedy how many nights of the 7?
Keep it moving. Three nights.
You just went by yourself.
It was great. Yeah, we went over there, and they got a group over there called Cine Productions or whatever, Promotions. Dude, they do it. It's great. They flew me first class, put me up. Oh, bro, beautiful places. I never even stayed. Dude, some of the hotels, fucking places so expensive, I couldn't even sleep, you know? Like $600. I'm not fucking... I'll stay awake and watch the money go by, you know? At least enjoy the walk around the room. This thing's $600 a fucking night, you know? They had like 9 light switches in there, dude. It's like a fucking, I don't know where I was. It was insane, bro. You could spend 40 minutes just fucking turning on all the lights.
It's fucking crazy what we do for a living.
It is, man. It gets really interesting. Let's take another couple calls if you don't mind.
I got a piece, so we'll take one more and we'll get the fuck out of here.
You got it. Let's do it.
Suggestions I can give my
start.
Joey. What's some good advice or some suggestions I can give my wife for her first psychedelic trip? Appreciate it, man. Love you guys.
Whoa. Is that guy living in an aquarium? You see that fucking guy right there?
First thing for a psychedelic trip is
For his wife.
for his wife. Just make it easy for her, but then fuck with her once she's high.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think you told me a story about this one time.
Yeah, with my first wife in San Francisco in '85, we took some Grateful Dead ass and we went to a party. I was very nice to her.
You said her stepdad was at the airport.
I kept telling her, don't you have to pick your father up at the airport? And she's like, let's go. And then she'd go, what time is he coming in? I mean, I had this poor girl going. Then there was a poster of Bruce Lee on the wall. And I kept going, looking at Bruce Lee going, don't say nothing to her.
No, come on, bro.
Don't say nothing to her. She can't handle it.
Oh, come
She
on.
would look at me like, what's he saying? I don't know. No, don't listen to him. I put that girl, that's the girl that I wrote the letter to.
I bet it is,
Because I put her
brother.
through death.
I
And
bet
I
it
remember
is,
one time we were